Memorial Day weekend for soccer here in Atlanta starts with Atlanta United 2 in Kennesaw. Orange County SC visits. It is the USL Championship on ESPN Plus right now. Time for some Friday night action at the Fraction. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. Atlanta United 2. Coming back home with a record of 2 wins and 8 losses here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. They're hosting in an East-West crossover Orange County SC, who visits with a record of 3-4. Alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so. And Jason, for Atlanta United 2, you get the end of month of May with the defending champs coming to town.
Yeah, 2 teams going in different directions right now. Atlanta United 2 in the midst of a 5-game losing streak. Orange County, a slow start defending their USL Championship crown, but 4 in a row without a loss.
Let's take a look at some of the familiar faces that will be in the spot shadow tonight for the visitors. Cubo Torres.
Cubo Torres spent the last 2 seasons with Atlanta United. Put himself into dangerous spots, worked very hard, very well liked in the dressing room, but just unable to find the back of the net consistently. He's found his scoring touch with Orange County. 5 goals on the year in 10 starts. Cubo Torres will be a handful for Atlanta United 2 tonight.
One of those 5 right there against FC Tulsa in a 5-goal outburst a couple of weeks ago. On the flip side, for Atlanta United 2, speaking of familiar faces, it's the return of number 36 up top.
Jackson Conway talked about learning a lot from Cubo Torres, almost looked at him as a mentor during Cubo's time in Atlanta. Conway has been with the first team quite a bit as of late. A lot of injuries in Gonzalo Pineda's squad. Jack Collison gets him back tonight, trying to add to his 4 goals in 5 starts in USL Championship this season.
So when we come back, we'll set the table for you, starting 11s, and get you ready for the first 45. Orange County SC visiting Fifth Third Bank Stadium to take on Atlanta United 2. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
Piedmont believes in the people powering Georgia. It's why we're leading real change in healthcare, to give you a better, seamless, more unified experience, so you can simply access and manage your care all in one place, with tools that make it easy to find and book a doctor from almost anywhere, anytime, and even check in before you walk in. Let's keep powering Georgia's growth. Piedmont. Real change lives here.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truest, together for better.
Put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Let's get you ready for Orange County SC and Atlanta United 2 with the starting lineups. And the starting 11s for both sides as Orange County SC has made their way from one coast to the other. Starting off with the visitors, Jason, one big absence. No Miko Kaningas tonight for the visitors.
No, but a lot of veterans in this team and a lot of firepower up top. Look out for Michael Orozco in the back, 4th year with the squad, 29 caps with the U.S. men's national team. But up top, 2 goal scorers in Torres and Iloski. Iloski's got 6 on the year. Torres has 5.
On the flip side for Atlanta United 2, we mentioned the return of Jackson Conway up top. What else do you see tonight for Jack Collison's side, presented by our friends at Bader Scott?
First start of his Atlanta United 2 career for Highmar. And on the left side, Brendan Lamb back into the lineup. Lamb, Firmino, Mertz in a midfield triangle. And interested to see where a Johnny Fortune fits into this. Will he stay out wide on the right, or will he tuck in and make that midfield 3 look like a diamond at times?
And a happy birthday to Highmar, getting the start on his birthday. You see the 17s out tonight. Great to see their support here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. And we've even seen some Orange County SC supporters here as well. And there's your center F for tonight. It's Alyssa Nichols. Your assistants, Zach McWhorter and Sarah Gaddis. Your 4th official tonight is Alexander Shelyashkov.
Nichols is one of the best young referees in the United States, in my opinion. We've seen her work here in Atlanta and in some other places regionally. I think she's one of the best up-and-coming referees in the country.
Underway at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Orange County, they will be working from left to right as you're watching here in the first 45 in their blue tops, white shorts. Atlanta United 2 in their dress blacks with the 5 stripes up and down the back of the jerseys. The flag is up for an early foul, going back to Atlanta United 2 in the first 20 seconds. Down for Orange County, so it's a foul on Atlanta United. On Atlanta United 2, let's see who's down.
Conway late on Gorski. Nichols allowed the play, didn't blow the whistle initially. Conway came in late, seeing if there would be an advantage. We get another look at it now. Gorski just looking for that long ball, and Conway comes charging in.
So it'll be an early free kick here in the first minute for the visitors. It'll be interesting tonight to see who takes over these duties on corner kicks and free kicks. Traditionally, it is Kaningas. But setting up early, looks like it's Tony Rocha. With the left, caught it on the outside. Fortune misses the header. Lamb is there as backup. And it's going to go over to Atlanta United 2. With an early discussion from Nichols to Albie Skendi.
A little bit extracurriculars on the touchline. Nichols getting control of this one early.
Centeno looking for Firmino. Orange County here. And they're going to call Firmino for the professional foul. And an early yellow card, not even 2 minutes into Firmino.
Player breaking away. Firmino grabs the player to prevent the break. Doesn't really try to hide what's going on as Rocha was drifting in. I think maybe the descent might have gotten the yellow afterwards.
So Peterson and Rocha thought about the quick start for Orange County. Sent in on the ground for Kubo Torres. 2 players there collapsing on Kubo. And Atlanta United 2 with a bit of a break.
Brendan Lamb with a great tackle at the top of the 18.
Robbie Mertz had a long run down the right-hand side. Highmar, far post. Firmino saves it with a back flick. Conway keeping control for Atlanta United 2. Atlanta United 2 with an early charge there, keeping possession back center circle to Noah Cobb. McFadden, Lamb, Centeno. He gets away from Villanueva. Down the right channel looking toward the 18 in Firmino, but there for Orange County, it's Patrick Rakowski.
A Schalke product, Rakowski, 10 starts this year. First year with the club.
Handful of players for Orange County have been a factor in all 10 matches. Rakowski, one of the 7. The consistency there for Richard Chaplow, the head coach. Gorski swept it forward with the right. Goes out, and it'll be a throw towards center line for Orange County.
Surface is going to be a little difficult at times for both teams. We're in the seeding process as Kennesaw State transitions over to Bermuda for the rest of the year.
Noah Cobb nicely done there to keep the centering pass from Milan Iloski to go in.
A lot of sand on the surface. It looks like it's playing really fast early on. Looks like it's kind of skipping. We'll see if that holds up as the night goes on.
Yeah, Atlanta United 2 specifically was doing some drills in warm-ups, just passing the ball along the grass line just to see what kind of skip you would be getting. Header up into the air and getting there for the grab. Vicente Reyes, his first touch.
Reyes comes out confidently to grab that, no hesitation.
Orji, Firmino, Highmark loses the handle. Kubo Torres tried to send it toward the top of the 18. One back by Atlanta United 2. Robbie Mertz down the left.
It's great recovery by Noah Cobb. Read the play after the turnover from Highmar.
Touch caught up in the sand, and here comes Orange County again, but here's Atlanta United 2 once again.
Bit of desperation defending after a turnover from Firmino. Orji times the tackle correctly.
Centeno looking to get it to Mertz down the right. Too much on it. It's going to be a throw for Orange County here halfway through the 6th minute. No score. Villanueva looking for a partner. Hasn't quite found one yet. A couple of false runs. Peterson. Noah Cobb was there to get that first touch after Peterson tried to send it forward. Highmar. Gorski is there. Looking for Kubo Torres. Backward to go forward, but defended well by McFadden. Villanueva now. Working it to Michael Orozco. Orozco wearing the captain's armband tonight. Trying to split the lines there with the left. And Noah Cobb is there to defend for the twos to give to McFadden. Spinning away from Iloski. And Cobb will go back to Vicente Reyes. Kubo Torres trying to close down on Orji. Back to Reyes again. Looking for McFadden, chesting it down. Centeno can't keep control of it, so it'll be a throw for Orange County in the attacking third.
Good pressure from Orange County up high. It started with Torres. Just nowhere to go to get out of their own defensive third, Atlanta United 2. Centeno unable to rescue anything on the right side.
Working toward Iloski with both Villanueva and Peterson, but here comes Atlanta United 2 with it. Conway. We're going to get a foul call on Albie Skendi. Atlanta United 2 working quickly.
Skendi clipped Conway from behind as he was trying to lay that off.
Orji back to Noah Cobb. Over to McFadden on his right. Centeno working his way centrally through a lot of Orange County SC players. Finds Nelson Orji on the left.
Nice work from Centeno that time around.
Great ball from Orji getting there. Highmar into the middle, headed away by Gorski. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2. Into Robbie Mertz. Back to Orji. Cobb, center circle. Over to McFadden. Peterson marking McFadden. Centrally to Fortune. Back over to Orgy on the left. Robbie Mertz. Highmar trying to get around Brent Richards. Can't do it, and it'll be a throw for the visitors here halfway into the 9th minute. Let's take a look at your keys to the match. What do you see tonight?
For Atlanta United, too, they've got to get a good start to this one. It's been okay so far, a couple of turnovers, but they're dealing with it pretty well. They've got to play fast as well. As Kubo Torres commits a foul. Good positioning from Orgy. For OC, are they happy now after that slow start? 4 games unbeaten right now, 2 wins, 2 draws on this run. And you do have to hail to the king, not just because Orange County are the defending champions, but this is a veteran-laden team. Guys who have a ton of experience under their belt, like Orozco, like Kubo Torres, like Tony Rocha. Those are guys who, when the start's a little bit slow, they're not going to panic, and they're going to help some of the younger players in the side keep their cool and rebound like they're currently doing.
You mentioned Kubo Torres. Torres to Iloski, chipped up and over. McFadden shields nicely for Reyes.
On the speed thing for Atlanta United, too, it's something we've talked to Jack Collison about. He wants this team to be ruthless getting forward. He wants them to press hard. He wants them to commit numbers. He wants them to play at a very high tempo. And they've struggled to do that this season.
Long ball played by Rakowski. Orgy will get there first for Atlanta United, too. Cobb to Fortune up the middle. Brendan Lamb is fouled. Quick start for the twos again. McFadden. Back to Cobb. And back to Reyes. Long ball looking for Firmino, and the flag is up for offside. We mentioned Orange County and their slow start. They had 1 win in their first 6. Had trouble finding the back of the net, but they have 11 goals in their last 4 in this recent run of form. 2 wins and 2 draws, which brings them here tonight to take on Atlanta United 2.
Climbing up the table in the Western Conference.
Fortune tries to get around McCade. Can't do it. Good ball over the top, looking for Villanueva. Step over, gets a little space on the left, peels it back to Peterson. Tommy McCabe. Gorski. Brent Richards toward the top of the 6th. McFadden sends it skyward, 1 bounce, and it'll be a throw for Orange County SC. Halfway through the 12th minute, no score. Gorski toward the 6th once again. McFadden wins that duel. Swatted away by Fortune. And getting there first is Orozco, and he'll get it back to Rakowski.
Playing a little more like a 4-4-2 for Atlanta United 2 tonight, with Centeno floating around up top with Conway. Fortune has dropped into the midfield. Fortune and Lamb really forming a double pivot that frees up Robbie Mertz to get forward a little more.
McFadden trying to get away from Daniel Peterson. Quick back and forth with Centeno, gives him a little bit of space. Central pass, good defending by Rocha. Well done on the flip side of that by Orgy to keep the ball from Kubo Torres. Back comes Atlanta United 2.
Great aggressive read from Nelson Orgy. Had the confidence that he could get there first. No hesitation in stepping in front. If he doesn't get to that, it's 1v1 against Vicente Reyes.
Fortune back to Cobb. Around to the left-hand side. And Orgy with a lot of room. Tried the through ball to Conway. Met 2 Orange County SC players instead. But Lamb is there for Atlanta United 2. And Noah Cobb will usher it back toward Reyes. But he'll get there inside the 18, and they'll start all over again.
Nelson Orgy, just a really interesting prospect. Joined the team a little late. He's on a high right now with a goal against Detroit City in his last time out.
Flag stays down. Jackson Conway Gorski over the top. No foul called. Fans wanted it, didn't get it. Goes back to Rakowski for Orange County SC.
Conway brought it down a pretty good first touch, but just couldn't get in behind.
As you look at Jackson Conway, 4 goals in the season in 5 matches. Let's take another look.
It's a great ball over the top. Conway timed the run. Didn't quite get it down as clean as it looked initially. It came off his left foot, skipped away from him.
Well done there by Noah Cobb, who's marking Kubo Torres. Orange County SC can't quite keep possession. Lamb. Flag is up the left-hand side as he tried to send Heimar down the left.
Flag was up, but that's a great look from Brendan Lamb, a player that I've really enjoyed watching his development, his 6th start of the 2022 season. He's had a good bit of training with the first team over the years. A prospect that is trying to earn time in between the two teams, a very crowded central midfield group for Atlanta United too. Heimar looking lively getting forward so far today. Brazilian left back joins from Atlético Paranaense.
Olaski back to Tommy McCabe. Orozco to Peterson. McCabe with a lot of room. Lamb closes the distance down, finds Villanueva on the left, over to Peterson. Close quarters passing. McCabe goes back to Orozco. He'll go back to Rakowski one more time. Firmino chasing for Atlanta United 2. Up towards center line now. Olaski. Rocha. Gorski down the right. Lost the handle on it. Got it back. 1-2 with Rocha. Brent Richards. And the ball just stopped there as he tried to work it down the right-hand side. Atlanta United 2 comes away with it.
Heimar stepped in front and chested it down.
Centeno. Fortune and Lamb. McFadden. Looking to spring Jackson Conway. And it looks like they're going to call the foul on Albie Skindy there.
That's a couple on Albie Skindy against Jackson Conway. Daniel might have to go to the book on the next one. We get a look at Jack Collison.
Yeah, Daniel Peterson disagreeing and getting his 2 cents in with Alyssa Nichols.
Jack Collison looking for a big performance out of his team tonight. Let's see how Fortune set up Conway. See the right hand from Skindy. Like he had a grip on Conway. Smart from Jackson there to make sure the foul has to be dealt with.
Robbie Mertz looking far post. Headed and great save by Rakowski to keep it scoreless.
Aiden McFadden so dangerous in the air. It's perfect service and a nearly perfect header. But Patrick Rakowski denies McFadden with his first goal for the season.
So Heimar will take the corner for Atlanta United 2. Robbie Mertz is close. Looking near post. And the contact was by Orange County, so I'll try it again.
Conway was right there. Heimar's trying to give Conway an opportunity just to get a flick.
Take 2, Heimar. Going far post, almost had an Olympico there with Rakowski, but Rakowski was all over it.
Cobb was battling, trying to get position. He was dragged down. Lots of jawing and wrestling inside the 18 on those 2 corners.
Michael Orozco now with the handle. He'll send it back to Rakowski. Hunter Gorski. Up the right, Noah Cobb. Won the ball in the air. Kubo Torres with the bump. Well done by Alaski. With the left, it is Richards, and it was wide. Richards had a run going, but he sends it wide to the far post.
Dangerous combination play from Orange County. Reyes was a little stranded off his line, and Richards with the left foot pulled it wide to the far side.
So Atlanta United 2 working their way up the left-hand side. Gorski fouls there.
It's a lot of fouls in those transition moments as Atlanta's starting to play out. Something where Robbie Mertz might need to have a conversation with Alyssa Nichols as the captain. Make a point about it. Plant that seed.
Mertz and McFadden back and forth. Back to Noah Cobb.
As the pace picks up, I do wonder how the pitch holds up. Players are a little unsure of their footing at times.
Orji past Kubo Torres, and looks like it's going to be a foul on Orange County.
That's been happening consistently as Atlanta United 2 has tried to play the ball, and they're taking a hit very late. Richard Chaplow disagrees with Alyssa Nichols on that one. But we've seen it multiple times as the pass is being played. The Atlanta player's been cleaned out. Conway did it early. Foul was called on him. Orji looking for that ball with his left, and it's the arm up high. It's the left elbow forearm up high.
Fortune back and forth with Jackson Conway. Ball pops up into the air. Orozco has it. Villanueva and Rakowski will send it into the Atlanta United 2 half. Noah Cobb wins the header. Second ball won by McFadden. Nicely done there by McFadden and Mertz, but Orozco gets it all the way down to Vicente Reyes, who worked quickly again.
Nicely done by Noah Cobb. That was a difficult situation he was in. Handled it with a great deal of composure. The 16-year-old has spent a good bit of time training with Atlanta United's first team this year. Made the trip to Montreal and was on the bench for Gonzalo Pineda's side.
Cobb looking for Conway. The head tennis for a couple of rounds. Kubo Torres tried to chest it down. Cobb with it again. Center circle. And Conway heads it. And Villanueva gets there for Orange County.
No one made the run off of Conway that time. He also wasn't able to take a peek to see what options he had with this header, and ultimately it's turned over.
Peterson back and forth with Orozco. Back to Rakowski. Halfway through minute 22. Goalless here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Alongside Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson here for Atlanta United 2 and Orange County SC. Big hop. Noah Cobb. Olaski is there. He got the steal, but he couldn't convert.
That time, Noah Cobb looked like a teenager in another tough spot because he's not able to get enough power on that header to get it back to Reyes. Reyes is also not connected with him being closer because Cobb has to do something with that ball. Cobb's in a difficult spot. He needed more power on the header. I don't know where he could find it. Reyes doesn't help him out either. And Ilaski nearly gets a gift.
There's your look. Cobb tried to come down with it.
After Cobb couldn't come down with that first touch, Reyes has to come a little closer for him to give him something to work with.
Murkowski shields the ball out, so it ends up being a goal kick for Orange County here as we head toward the 24th minute. Gorski up the right. Brent Richards is fouled by Orji.
Orji stepped in strong. Might have got that left side into Richards a little bit.
Alyssa Nichols having a discussion with Highmar.
I think it's about delaying the restart there. Nichols communicates very well with the players on the pitch. You know where you stand. The line is consistent on cards and on fouls. She's called this game tight, but it's been consistent both ways.
Gorski looking for Kubo at the top of the box. One hop and it goes to Vicente Reyes. Reyes thought about the quick start, slowed it down. Now forward with the right. Found Jackson Conway, center circle. Robbie Mertz gets there. Fortune was the third person trying to track it down. It ended up being with Orange County and just kind of chucked forward a little bit, and Reyes will get there for Atlanta United 2 to Nelson Orji. Lamb, Orji, and Highmar working a triangle over to Noah Cobb. McFadden, Peterson marking him. Mertz now tries to get the ball past McCabe. He does. McFadden finds Jackson Conway. Conway with the left. Nice ball down the left-hand side, finding Highmar. Highmar looking far post. Villanueva there to head it over the end line for another corner for Atlanta United 2.
It's an outstanding ball from Jackson Conway. Highmar unable to pick out an option on that cross, but Conway opening the play up to the left. Highmar just floats it a little more than I think he wanted to. Villanueva able to recover and head it away safely.
So Robbie Mertz with the right. Outswinger, far post. Getting there first was Orange County. Centeno thought about it, pulled it back down. Quick hop. Lamb wanted to try to keep the possession going for Atlanta United 2, and they're going to call him for the foul as he tried to keep Albie Skendi from going down the right-hand side, and a yellow card for his trouble.
Lamb slides in. I think he's trying to block the pass, not go at the player. But he slides in with the right leg extended straight and studs. I don't think he's trying to play the player there. I think he's trying to play the pass. Anytime you go in that manner, you're running the risk of the referee deciding that it's reckless.
Second yellow for Atlanta United 2. Remember the quick early yellow on Nicholas Firmino in the second minute. Add that to the one that's just been picked up by Brendan Lamb.
It's two central midfielders that are on yellow cards. Atlanta United 2 going to have to be careful, but also I really think Robbie Mertz needs to start having that conversation about persistent infringement. Orange County's dropped off a little bit on that, but Conway's been fouled multiple times by Skendi. A lot of fouls breaking up the build-up play.
Looking for Highmar. Orange County gets there first. Back to Rakowski. Launched toward center circle. Olaski lost the joust to Noah Cobb. Lamb well done to get in the way, so Johnny Fortune gets some room. Over to the left once more with Highmar. Highmar with the right, just wide, far post. So Firmino was there, and he thought he saw a window and missed it wide to the far post with the right.
Great ball by Fortune to open it up to the left to Firmino. Got the 1v1 he wanted, got inside of Richards, but just unable to bend that in, get his hips around it. He pushed it wide to the far post.
See how the pressure's lining up here for Atlanta United 2. Firmino, Mertz, Conway. So Rakowski is looking toward the right-hand side, kept in by Orange County. Brendan Lamb is there instead. Here's Highmar. Tried to spin away from the pressure of Rocha. Rocha ends up with it for the visitors. Up and over too much looking for Kubo Torres was Daniel Peterson. So Atlanta United 2 will come back here early in the 29th minute.
Orange County consistently looking for that ball over the top. They're going to have a 2v2 a lot of times with Torres and Eloski against Cobb and Orji.
Orji to Firmino. Poked away by Orange County. Kubo Torres controls the high hop, pushed from behind by Aiden McFadden. They're going to call a foul. Quick restart. Villanueva. Peterson. And back to Orozco. Skendi over to Gorski. Into the middle. Eloski couldn't quite handle it. Skidded on the surface. Orange County once again tried to work it centrally. Lamb was there. Got in the way. Highmar. Over Jackson Conway. Villanueva's there now, and he'll get it back to Rakowski. Conway in pursuit. Played back to Villanueva. Centeno was there. Orozco. Peterson. Villanueva and back to the keeper. Halfway through the 30th minute, no score. Orange County SC and Atlanta United 2. Peterson gets past Mertz. Plays it centrally to Orozco. Orozco back to Rocha. Rocha to Gorski. Gorski with some space. Chips it toward the top of the 6. McFadden is there. Not all the way out. And Reyes gets the second opportunity there from Orange County SC.
Ends up being easy for Reyes, but Orange County was able to deal with Atlanta's pressure and find a way out. They couldn't capitalize on it. They were able to play through that pressure.
Orji tried the pass. Eloski is there for Orange County, looking for Kubo Torres. Well done, Noah Cobb. And Rocha bowls over Brendan Lamb.
Last 3 years with New York City FC, won MLS Cup last year, Tony Rocha. Brendan Lamb, good positioning, draws the foul. Atlanta can get out of their own third now.
And Vicente Reyes just sends everybody forward. And he'll reset it inside the arc. Looks right down the middle. Header won by Skendi. Villanueva. Eloski looking for Kubo Torres, but Atlanta United 2 is right there. Orji looking for Lamb. Too much on it. It goes back to the visitors one more time, and Tommy McCabe. McCabe goes back to Rakowski. Looking for Kubo Torres. Torres got initial control, couldn't get it to Villanueva, so it'll be a throw for Atlanta United 2. Eric Centeno will take halfway through the 32nd. Cobb back to Reyes. Eloski peeled off. Orji. Lamb in the middle, back to Reyes. On the ground to Noah Cobb. And return. Cobb looking up the right-hand side. Villanueva won it with the head. McCabe comes down with it. Fortune was behind. Robbie Mertz now. Firmino. Got folks to his left, and it's Highmar. Highmar. Top of the 18. Fortune pulls the trigger right on Rakowski.
Good look from Highmar, and A.J. Fortune at the top of the 18. Doesn't rush it, creates space, and hits a rocket. It's just right at Rakowski.
Another chance for Atlanta United 2, right into the arms of Rakowski. Still scoreless here. As the defending champs in USL Championship make their way from one coast to the other, from Irvine, California here to Kennesaw, Georgia for this one. Last touch by Atlanta United 2. So Richards there to throw for the visitors.
Yeah, I thought that might have been a free kick for Atlanta United too. Jack Collison did as well.
Over Olaski. Robbie Mertz with some hand fighting with McCabe. Atlanta United 2 coming down with it. Jackson Conway, and the flag is up.
Nice look from a Johnny Fortune, but Conway had gotten in behind. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice.
Murkowski plays the USL Championship Select ball. Gorski now with it. Up the right-hand side. Chested down and won by Brent Richards. Flag is up as Kubo Torres tried to chase. There's Jack Collison. 10 minutes to go before the break. Taking notes. And Kubo Torres started all 10 matches so far for Orange County SC. Leads them in minutes played. A little over 800 coming into tonight. Reyes down the left-hand side.
Ooh, what a first touch from Highmar.
Well done there. Robbie Mertz into the middle. Jackson Conway hit the deck. Johnny Fortune now. A couple of teammates in close proximity. Highmar back into the middle, and Robbie Mertz. Mertz peels it back. Well done there to keep control. Back center circle, and Noah Cobb. McFadden looking big switch, didn't get enough of it as he was looking for Highmar. Villanueva down with it for Orange County SC. Chips it over Centeno, and a foul on McFadden.
McFadden late to that. Goes through the back of Peterson.
So if you were Jack Collison, as we saw that shot about a minute ago, writing things into the notebook, what would you be writing into your notebook?
Patience. There's really nothing that Atlanta United 2 needs to dramatically change right now. They need, at times, to be a little more patient on the ball.
Hand fighting ended up being a wash, no call. McCabe now with control for Orange County. Gorski, the big switch to Villanueva. Plays it back to Peterson. And with the right. Top of the arc headed away. McCabe comes down with it. The back and forth continues. Flick for Kubo Torres. Centeno is there to get it outside of the 18. And Kubo will see it go out for a throw. Peterson yields to Villanueva, who will yield in turn to Brent Richards now. So Richards lining up a long throw. Keep an eye on Skindy, who's 6'5", toward the top of the sixth, headed down, not all the way out. Rocha chips it in. Reyes, confident punch outside the 18, but tracking it down once again. And a shoulder from Daniel Peterson into Nelson Orji.
She came charging in, was trying to get a call. Nichols didn't fall for it. I don't think the arm got out from Peterson.
Long throw again toward the top of the sixth, headed up into the air by Firmino. McCabe comes down with it. Volley, easy grab for Reyes.
Nice idea from Miloski, but he wasn't able to pull it off.
Line drive trying to get Firmino down the left-hand side. Too much for him. And Tony Rocha lets it go, so it'll be a throw for Orange County here late minute 38.
That's one of those situations where it's just rushed a bit. Reyes, sees Firmino with a decent opportunity to get behind. It's the end of the Orji and Peterson clash. I don't think the arm got away from Peterson's body. I think it's a good no call.
Villanueva has to backtrack just a little bit for Orange County. Peterson back to Orozco. Orozco, Gorski, Skendi with pursuit from Firmino. Dogged attention by Firmino. You're going to finally get a foul.
It's actually Skendi who had a lot of Firmino's shirt. And then might have caught him at the end of it. It's a little bit of an awkward situation because typically in that moment you see the defender who is chasing Skendi here grab his shirt, but it's the other way around. As you see Firmino's shirt being yanked away from his body and he's clipped at the end of it as Skendi's trying to clear it. Skendi's just frustrated because he couldn't find a way out of trouble.
And grabbed a boatload of that jersey. Headed away by Atlanta United 2 and Robbie Mertz. It'll be a throw for Orange County. Villanueva getting instructions from Peterson.
Lots of little subplots in this one building. See who finds the breakthrough first.
Mertz. Good work from Centeno. Tries to step over to get around both Orozco. Villanueva came in from behind. Skendi. And Gorski. Back to Peterson. Gains control. Orozco into the middle. Rocha. Kubo. And all the way over to the right-hand side. And Brent Richards. Back and forth with McCabe. And with the right toward the top of the 18. Headed away, but Villanueva will close distance. Keep control for the visitors again. Looking over that right shoulder, seeing where Robbie Mertz was and possible teammates. Mertz stands up Villanueva toward the top of the 18 once again, chested down. Rocha keeps control. Richards. And on the short hop, Reyes, easy grab.
Reyes gets his body behind that one, coming off the surface in front of him. Not quite sure how much of a skip or how much of a hop you're going to get. Reyes makes sure to get his chest behind his hands.
Centeno. Back to McFadden. Olaski's there. Reyes. Up the right-hand side over Centeno and Villanueva. Second ball. Lamb. Centeno. Orozco with his head. McCabe over his. Gains possession the second time after Noah Cobb. But Johnny Fortune there to defend. Richards. Around Highmar. And Nelson Orgy lets it go. Goal kick halfway through the 42nd.
Orgy just steps in front of the run of Rocha. Doesn't give him a pathway to get to that before it goes over the end line. Very young center back pairing for Atlanta United 2 today. Orgy at 21, Cobb at 16. It's not always going to be perfect with that duo, but they show a lot of composure for their limited experience.
Orozco pestering Mertz. Back to Reyes. Last touch by Noah Cobb. It's going to be a throw for Orange County deep in Atlanta United 2 territory.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. That one came back off of Cobb. A little unlucky. But it's another opportunity for a long throw.
Which means Brent Richards going back as far as he can. Skendi looking to get a running start toward the top of the 6th. Headed up into the air. Not all the way out of the 18. Peterson. Heads it over, looking far post, headed back across the goal mouth. Close call for Orange County, but they'll keep possession. Peterson again on the recycle. Looking far post again, headed over the bar. Orange County SC with another close call, and the 6'5 Skendi was part of it toward the end of the 43rd.
Reyes started to go for this, couldn't get there and got caught. The header back across. Kubo Torres unable to get anything on it. And then a second attempt. Reyes had good positioning that time. He couldn't win it, but Skendi really didn't have anywhere that he could head it to beat him. first one, Reyes has to make the decision correctly. If he goes, he's got to go win it. Otherwise, he's got to stay on his line on that first one across that Kubo Torres nearly had an opportunity on.
Speaking of Kubo Torres, tries to go. Cross is there. Atlanta United 2 with bodies in the box, and Reyes falls on it. Olaski had the chance again for the visitors.
Orange County building here late in the first half. Olaski not able to get much on that. Atlanta United 2 has to hold on and get to the break. It's been a good half for them. They can't let that go to waste here at the end.
Skendi. Played by Richards. Through Gorski. Murkowski up into the air. Olaski won the duel with Orji, but he was the one who last touched it.
Orange County takes the spotlight once again when New Mexico United travels to Orange County SC. Don't miss any of the action Saturday, June 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes.
A 5,000-seat stadium there, Championship Stadium in Irvine, California. Pretty much filled to the rafters every single time. Great through ball. Firmino tracks it down. Orozco is there for Orange County. Tries to go up and over Skendi.
Could have got that call, Firmino. Really creative scoop.
And Highmar fires it into Rocha. 1 minute will be added here into the first 45. Let's take another look at the end.
1v2, and he found a way out of it. Skendi didn't grab him. That's probably why the call doesn't come.
Mertz to Lamb. Over to Centeno on the right. Villanueva. Hand fighting with Centeno. Chipping at far post. Rakowski swats at it. Doesn't clear the 18, but Rocha is there. And he gets away from Highmar. Looked like it went out, and it's going to stick with Orange County SC. And then once Brent Richards introduces the ball into the field of play, you're probably going to get the whistle from Alyssa Nichols to get rid of the first half. And we do. Goalless here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. And you mentioned subplots. It'll be interesting in the second 45 to see those subplots, but what's your take on the first 45?
Very even. Very even. Orange County started to get control of it at the end. Atlanta United 2 a little frustrated that they haven't gotten some calls. Veteran Orange County team, you see the conversations that Peterson has had with the referee throughout the match. Atlanta United 2 has to play the game within the game sometimes.
And we'll take you through the rest of the USL Championship when we come back. All the news and notes and everything you need to know on a very busy Memorial Day weekend. Goalless here in Kennesaw. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better. BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Piedmont believes in the people powering Georgia. It's why we're leading real change in healthcare. To give you a better, seamless, more unified experience. So you can simply access and manage your care all in one place. With tools that make it easy to find and book a doctor from almost anywhere, anytime. And even check in before you walk in. Let's keep powering Georgia's growth. Piedmont. Real change lives here.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Goalless here after the first 45 minutes as the defending champs visit Atlanta United 2. And let's take a look at where the standings are heading into this very, very busy weekend for the USL Championship. We'll start things off in the East, and there's a look at your top 10. Memphis has been hot as of late. They have won 8 of their first 11. They are at the top of the ladder with 25 points, surpassing Lou City and Detroit City. Lou City second on goal difference, both at 24 points. Pittsburgh Riverhounds at 22. Tampa Bay off to an uncharacteristically slow start at 5-3-4. They're at 19 points. The Miami FC, 1 point back of that at 18. Indy 11, after losing their first couple, they have come on in their first 10 with winning half of those at 17 points. Birmingham Legion, right now they are in 8th. FC Tulsa is in 9th at 12 points. Hartford Athletic, after their slow start, they've won 2 in a row. They are now at 7 points. That's your top 10 in the Eastern Conference. On the Western side of things, Colorado Springs Switchbacks, they are on top at 24 points ahead of San Antonio FC on goal difference. San Diego Loyal, right now, they are at 20 points. Phoenix Rising getting thumped earlier this week, 7-0. They are, after 11 matches, 6 wins, 5 losses. They have no draws. They're at 6-5 at 18 points. El Paso Locomotive, right now, you see them. They are at 17 points in 5th. New Mexico United, with that large goal difference at plus 10, ahead of Vegas Lights, who is at -1 on goal difference at 16. RGV, the next opponent for Atlanta United 2, is at 5-6. They're at 15 points. Sacramento Republic, they're keeping an eye on what's going on in U.S. Open Cup. We'll have news on them in just a bit. And Los Dos right now, they are in 10th. LA Galaxy 2, they're at 14 points. Orange County is in 11th, just outside of that top 10 with 11 matches played with that record of 3-3-5. So that's a look at the East and the West. Looking at the scoreboard, there's that New Mexico United score from earlier this week against Phoenix. 2 other matches going on tonight. Red Bulls 2 right now at Montclair in the 65th minute. They are tied with Birmingham Legion at 1. One other match later tonight, and that is Vegas Lights and El Paso Locomotive. That is at 10 o'clock Eastern at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Let's take a look at some of the games this weekend to keep an eye on. All of these can be found on ESPN+. Lou City rebounding from U.S. Open Cup. They get FC Tulsa. Indy 11, can they continue their hot hand in an East-West crossover at the Mike at 4 o'clock on Saturday against New Mexico United? Hartford Athletic, can they continue their recent run of form? Going to be a tall order with Phoenix coming to town. Loud United and Charleston Battery in the East. That one is at 7 o'clock at Segra. Also at Ricardo Silva at 7 o'clock Saturday. The Miami FC hosting Pittsburgh. That one's going to be a tough one. And we mentioned RGV. Next one for them, it is going to be San Antonio FC Saturday night at 8:30 in that battle in the Western Conference. That is just a small portion of what's going on around the USL Championship. Here's what else you need to know.
It's a goal for Orange County SC, and their first of the season. And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
For the black and yellow, New Mexico takes the lead. And all 12,000 plus here at the lab are on their feet.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
I'm on that real tick. I'm on that real tick.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Second half coming up just around the corner. Goalless between Atlanta United 2 and Orange County SC. Let's take a look at some of the other news and notes going on around the league. And we'll start off with some really cool stuff involving Atlanta United and their system. Vicente Reyes, selected by the Chilean national team for the upcoming window. He'll train in Chile from May 30th to June the 14th. In the previous segment, we had mentioned Sacramento and what they've been up to. They got a cup set after knocking off San Jose by a score of 2-0. Luis Felipe with a goal and Rodrigo Lopez. If you have not seen the Rodrigo Lopez goal with 10 minutes to go to solidify the 2-0 win over San Jose to put them in the round of 16, look it up on social media. It is an absolute rocket. And then some news for Atlanta United trivia. Alex Tambakis, who was a part of Atlanta United when things got off the ground, he's now at New Mexico United, moving into sole possession of second place for all-time regular season saves with one save in his last outing. Gives him 415 now for his career. So Vicente Reyes, great news for him. Cup set from Sacramento Republic as they make it to the round of 16. They get the LA Galaxy on June 21st. And Alex Tambakis now second for all-time regular season saves in the USL Championship. Now let's take a look at our Team of the Week for Week 11, brought to us by our friends at Konami eFootball. Familiar face there as well. Player of the Week, Philip Goodrum, now in Memphis. For Memphis 901, 2 goals and 2 assists in 901 FC's victories against LA Galaxy 2 and Loudoun United. 5 goals this season as Memphis moved up to the top of the Eastern Conference. Dallas J in goal for Monterey Bay after their big upset win over Lou City. Some other names up there, up top, Antoine Openo, you know from his time with Detroit City. Adonijah Reed for the Miami FC, joining Philip Goodrum. Florian Velo also now in Miami. Jeremy Kelly for Memphis 901. Some Othello Ba also in the East for the Miami FC. Lawrence Wyke, a familiar face for Atlanta United fans as well. For Tampa Bay at the back, Patrick Segrist for Memphis 901. So a very Eastern Conference slanted Team of the Week. Let's take a look at our match stats right here. And you look at the match stats here, and you're looking at 53% possession. And as I bring Jason Longshore in here quickly, shots 4-3 for Orange County. What else do you see and what else do you know from the first 45?
Yeah, Atlanta United 2's had more of the ball, but they're not getting into the final third as much as Orange County is. 36 final third entries for Orange County, 22 for Atlanta.
That's a quick look at your first half stats. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second 45. Goalless between Atlanta United 2 and Orange County SC. What does the second 45 hold? We'll have the answers around the corner. Stick and stay. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. We'll be right back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Piedmont believes in the people powering Georgia. It's why we're leading real change in healthcare. To give you a better, seamless, more unified experience. So you can simply access and manage your care all in one place. With tools that make it easy to find and book a doctor from almost anywhere, anytime. And even check in before you walk in. Let's keep powering Georgia's growth. Piedmont. Real change lives here.
BB&T and SunTrust are now truest, together for better.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Second half around the corner, and we want to give a shout out to the Orange County SC fans watching at Left Coast Brewing for a very, very early start time here on your Friday. Goalless at the break as we head toward the second. 45 coming up just around the corner. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Jason had some chances here. Big save by Rakoski there.
Best chance for Atlanta United, too. Great delivery from Mertz. McFadden, nicely placed header, but Rakoski with the huge save. Atlanta United, too, as the half went on, under more and more pressure. Fortune hit a frozen rope right at Rakoski. As it got late, Reyes was tested more. He answered it well that time with a confident punch. Got stranded a little bit in that sequence, although his positioning was good on that header from Skindy. And then one more opportunity from Eloski that Reyes was able to get to. Eloski not able to get much behind it. Let's take a look back at the keys to the game. I thought Atlanta United came out pretty well early on. They did not get going as fast as Jack Collison wants them to play, both on and off the ball. For Orange County, they've just been solid. They've just been steady. It built as the half went on. Can they start the second half at the same level they ended the first, or can Atlanta pick up the pace a little bit here in the second half?
And you mentioned those subplots with the comings together, I guess, is the proper plural for those kinds of things. For Atlanta United, too, all the relationships that we're seeing with players coming together, we'll see how those subplots go in the second 45, too. So Fifth Third Bank Stadium here in Kennesaw on a Friday night. First time I can remember that we've had a Friday night home match.
Sure we have at some point. It's been a while.
Second half underway. Atlanta United 2 working from left to right here. Throw sent long by Brent Richards. Couple of challenges, and it ends up back with Richards. Sent down the right, and it's going to be a throw for Atlanta United, too. Highmore thought he had a select soccer ball close by. Had to retreat another 10 yards or so before he found one. Looking past Conway. Gorski was there. So gaining another 15 yards or so. Plus another 10 in the run-up. Throw to Conway. Conway all the way across. Centeno is there. Looking past Villanueva. Robbie Mertz tries to go far post looking for Conway, and there's too much on it. Goes over the inline, goal kick.
Too much air underneath it. It's a long run from Robbie Mertz to overlap and open the game up a bit. So we see Sean Okoli checking into the match for Tony Rocha for Orange County. But Mertz unable to get the quality on the delivery that he wanted. Just have to wonder at times with this pitch in a little bit of a state of transition, how much of an effect it has in some of those moments.
11th appearance for Sean Coley for Orange County this year. Started in a handful of those matches, but mainly used as a sub for Richard Chaplow.
That's another veteran, a 29-year-old from Federal Way, Washington. He's got experience in MLS.
Foul on Villanueva as Centeno was racing down the right-hand side.
Centeno asking for the card, doesn't receive it. But got up kind of high there from Villanueva, then the feet get tangled. It's definitely a foul. It's an opportunity here for Atlanta United too. Can the service be as good this time as it was from Mertz earlier in the match where he picked out McFadden? Different angle here. Highmar is there to help as well with the left.
The two of them are talking it through. Let's see who won the discussion. Mertz toward the top of the six, punch away by Rakowski. Jackson Conway tracks it down, and he gets it all the way back center circle to a Johnny Fortune. Chested down by Highmar, back to Centeno, all the way back to Reyes.
The recycle never really materialized. An opportunity for Atlanta to get reset by going back to their goalkeeper.
Sean Coley was there harassing a little bit, and it ends up with a possession win for Orange County. Kubo Torres looking for Coley right at the top of the arc. Centeno gets there for Atlanta United too. Orozco wins it back. Villanueva can't get past Robbie Mertz.
Good read from Robbie Mertz. Came over, closed the space, timed the tackle perfectly.
Great idea there by Jackson Conway. Nicholas Firmino peels it back a little bit, give to a Johnny Fortune. Fortune headed up into the air by Orozco, not out of the 18. Mertz, chest, tried to wind up and fire, ends up getting back to Firmino. And we're going to get a foul just outside the 18.
It's the foul where Mertz is hit as he's trying to take that shot. Nichols allowed the play to continue to see if an advantage materialized. Orange County arguing that there wasn't a foul. It's very clear that it's a foul. Iloski connects with Mertz in the back, in the upper back. So this is an opportunity for McFadden or Highmar to go to goal. Fortune's going to argue that he should get a crack at it. Firmino and Orji both were there. Orji peels off. He's got a cannon. McFadden and Fortune with the right foot. Highmar with the left, and where it's angled here, you could go either way. It's really difficult for Rakowski to figure out who's going to take this.
McFadden lining it up. Highmar quick up into the wall. Sent back toward the top of the arc. Up into the air by Orange County. Noah Cobb. Jackson Conway won the second header. And we're going to get a foul on Conway.
Conway went through the back. I like to see Highmar being very confident. He wants to take free kicks. He wants to take set pieces. First start with Atlanta United too, as you see the foul from Conway. If the arm's not extended, that might not get called, but he's kind of jumping over the back of McCabe. And McCabe does try to go up to actually play the ball in an aerial duel, but he can't get into the air because Conway's on top of him.
Throw for Atlanta United 2 here as we get close to the 52nd minute. Centeno told to hold your ground, not come up any further. After the throw, he wins it back for Atlanta United 2. McFadden down the right channel. Was looking for Firmino. Coley. Noah Cobb. Nicely done there. Jackson Conway. Johnny Fortune left behind. Conway tried to close the distance to fire, and he couldn't quite do it. Sent to Okoli towards center circle. Here comes Orange County.
It's not on the same page there, Fortune and Conway.
Richards looking for Okoli. Easy grab for Reyes. Orji, Fortune. Nicely done there to get away from Tommy McCabe. Center circle, Robbie Mertz has help to his right. Tries to get past Peterson, loses his footing on the surface, gets back up, gets possession back, and chips it forward, but it's going to go back to Orange County.
Centeno was tracking back because he was offside initially. He had continued the run, but when Mertz slipped, he was caught off.
Olaski working backward to go forward, looking for Okoli. Orji is having to backtrack to get to Okoli now. Kubo Torres looking for a foul. Richard Chaplow looking for a foul.
Orji blocked down the cross. Torres was involved off the ball. Nichols was kind of shaking her head like there's nothing in it. This is where the conversation can go a little sour. I mentioned Daniel Peterson talking a lot to the referee, Alyssa Nichols. Sometimes you can talk a little too much.
Long throw. Headed away from the 6. Volley wide. Olaski trying to get something going for Orange County. Wide to the far post halfway through the 54th.
The long throw has proven to be difficult for Atlanta United too. Firmino won the initial header, but Olaski got a second opportunity on it. Didn't test Reyes though.
Orji back to Reyes. Okoli chasing along the back line of Atlanta United 2. Sent forward. Conway had first touch, couldn't control it. Kubo Torres backtracks nicely. Richards to Tommy McCabe. Back and forth with Peterson, going back to Hunter Gorski. Gorski skipping lines. Orji is there. Tracks it down easily. Settles. Jackson Conway kind of spun his wheels a little bit on the surface. Gorski got there ahead of him. Back to Rakowski. Orozco. Okoli. Lamb closes the distance. But Gorski's got a lot of room. Richards blocked nicely there by Highmark.
Atlanta getting stretched a little bit in that last sequence. It's been a good start to the second half for Atlanta United too. They've got to continue to push the pace. Orange County, they want to slow it down a bit and look for these kinds of opportunities near the final third.
Early minute 56, Brent Richards with the throw. Looking toward the 6, headed up into the air. Okoli gets the second header over the bar. Over the bar and wide far post. Another chance for Orange County SC, and you're going to get a substitution now for Atlanta United 2. David Mejia returns in the 56th minute, and that is going to be the evening for Eric Centeno.
Centeno, good performance from him, grew into the game, I felt. You get some fresh legs from David Mejia, coming in off a lot of confidence with his time with Peru's U20s.
Pressure from Kubo Torres. Highmar trying to get away from Brent Richards. Atlanta United 2 finally gets rid of it, but it goes right to Hunter Gorski. Gorski looking, finds a partner in Olaski, and they're going to call Fortune for the foul.
Oh, I thought Fortune won that tackle. Looked like he got a touch on the ball. Iloski gets the foul. Let's take another look. I don't think he does. I think he caught Iloski.
I'm going to play it back, work it a little forward. One more time.
Yeah, I think he catches Iloski before he catches the ball.
And into the line, the discussion with the 6'5" Albie Skendi and Nelson Orji.
Skendy's thrown his body around a few times with Orji.
Kubo Torres in the discussion. Michael Orozco is there. Daniel Peterson. Two-man wall, Highmar and Mejia for Atlanta United 2. Looking far post, well punched by Reyes. Had it locked in all the way. And so McCabe will yield to Brent Richards for the throw.
Decisive from Reyes that time.
Peterson into the 6th. And a foul call.
Reyes might have misjudged that just a little bit. Gets bailed out by the foul call.
Early 59th minute, no goals on the board. Orange County SC and Atlanta United 2. Atlanta United 2 coming back after 3 of their last 4 on the road. Spending most of the month of May away from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. And Orange County, 2 wins and 2 draws in their last 4 matches after winning only once in their first 6. And Orange County has found their scoring shoes in their last 4 as well. 11 goals into the back of the net, but they've yet to find one here against Atlanta United 2. Okoli looking for Villanueva. David Mejia is there, stands him up. Robbie Mertz. Mejia looking far post. Ball knuckled a little bit too much on it, looking for Jackson Conway. And it's going to be a goal kick as we're coming up on 30 to go.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times with crosses where it knuckles just a bit. Again, I'm not sure if it's the way it's coming off of the surface or the way the player's connecting with it. They catch a little bit of the sand, it can throw it off. Good 1-2 with Mertz and Mejia. Mejia tried to hit it first time, just not quite precise enough to pick out Conway.
McFadden marking Okoli, back to Woloski. Peterson, Robbie Mertz, foul.
Peterson just threw himself to the ground after a heavy touch. That's where all those conversations earn you a call. Peterson got stuck and threw himself to the ground to get the foul.
30 minutes to go here from Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. Thanks for hanging out with us here on the USL Championship on ESPN+. Great ball. Atlanta United 2 wanted the flag to go up, and it finally does.
It's a goal kick. The flag went up because the ball went over the end line.
So Atlanta United 2 will start it all over again. Into the middle of Johnny Fortune. Got some space from McCabe as McCabe kind of spun his wheels a little bit. Mejia. McFadden. Give and go quick. McFadden through ball looking for Conway. Skendi is there to defend, and it goes right to Rakowski.
Skendi just does enough to throw Conway off his run. Ball had a little too much pace on it.
McCabe looking for Kubo Torres, and it's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2 right near center line.
McFadden frustrated because he felt like his shirt was getting grabbed at midfield. Spoke to the fourth official about it. Nichols wanted to make sure that McFadden talks to her about those situations.
McFadden into Conway. Peterson was there defending for Orange County, and a foul on Orange County. Villanueva was there as well for Orange County. Atlanta United 2 tried to go for the quick start. They got to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, they weren't anywhere near where the foul was committed, so you have to bring that one back. Conway, got to get him more involved. Only 8 touches in the first half for Jackson Conway. Got to feed the big man up top.
A lot of bodies forward for Atlanta United 2. Over Mertz, one hop. And Kubo Torres was there, and it's going to be a corner for Atlanta United 2.
And not dealt with convincingly by Orange County. I think it might have been mishit just a bit. In-swinger from Highmar.
Villanueva there keeping an eye. Olaski there as well on the ground looking near post. And Brent Richards was there for Orange County.
That's a couple of times he's looked for that near post. That time he didn't get the run.
And Brendan Lamb's night is done. And Jonathan Vial is now coming in here in the 63rd.
Attacking sub for Jack Collison. Lamb, good performance in more of a holding midfield role. Jonathan Vial will definitely be trying to get forward more. Such a dangerous 1v1 player.
Both teams calling for it. Villanueva trying to go ahead and induce a call, but it was last touched by Orange County. McFadden will throw for it the twos. Free was Firmino. Looked like it was deflected up into the air. Pounded down into the ground by Highmar. He's going to stick with Atlanta United 2. Orji, pass to Coley. Fortune spins away from Olaski. Firmino. McFadden to his right. Leaves for Mejia. Mejia on the ground. Didn't quite get all of it. Trying to look for Fortune. Here comes Orange County. 3-on-3. Olaski through the middle. Noah Cobb collapses nicely there.
Good pressure from Mertz from behind as well. He wasn't able to get there, but he prevented some of the options for Olaski on that run. Made it easier for Cobb to read.
Richards looking toward the top of the area. Cobb over Kubo Torres. One possession for Atlanta United 2. Jackson Conway tries to get away from Hunter Gorski to keep it. Goes back to the visitors in Orozco. Gorski. Kubo. Flag stays down into the corner. McCabe back to Gorski. Cuts it to his left. Only Atlanta United 2 players are there. Out by McFadden. Orozco gets it. And Gorski heads it back. Vial was chasing. Possession stays with Peterson. McCabe. Gorski. Richards trying to shake Highmar and he can't. So McCabe almost didn't get enough on it. Rakowski was there, sends it all the way down the right. Nelson Orji will usher it with just enough momentum to go over the end line goal kick for Atlanta United 2 with 25 to go.
Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022. Whether your club is on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of USL Championship action on ESPN Plus, the home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com.
Hunter Gorski's got a cut. And the physio is going to have to look at.
was in that incident with Conway where he was between two defenders.
And that is a cut that can give you trouble because there's not a whole lot behind it. You're going to have to treat it. And so Orange County will be playing with 10 for a while, figure out how to close that cut.
Or make a sub. See how long they give it to try to get this close.
So unless you find something like super glue or really get a quick conclusion to it, that open cut could go for a while. So Gorski goes over for treatment here in the 68th minute. Coming up on 20 to go. Atlanta United 2 again. Orji. Firmino trying to track it down. Peterson now for Orange County. Olaski finds Tommy McCabe. Back and forth with Richards. Great pursuit there by Nelson Orji, forcing the ball to go backwards.
Orji had to force that backwards because he was at midfield. The back line was a little exposed. He couldn't give up on the play at that point.
Skendi goes past Vial. But Atlanta United 2 wins possession. Jackson Conway. Back to David Mejia. Looking for Vial. Had the first touch, but not the second. But Atlanta United 2 bodies are there. Robbie Mertz now. Foul on Firmino on Okoli. Now remember, Firmino had the yellow card back in the 2nd minute.
Yeah, nothing in that one for a second yellow. If the fouls start adding up, then we'll have a different conversation.
And it looks like Gorski got enough treatment, and they're going to let him come back in at the next opportunity, like right now. And see if that cut gives him any more trouble as we keep going here. Skendi, Okoli, first touch. Kubo Torres is there, and so is Aiden McFadden.
Good positioning from McFadden. He's been excellent defensively today.
Vial, 2 Orange County players, now a third there, standing up, and it looks like it's going to be on Peterson, or on Richards.
Yeah, a little surprised Richards got away with that much dissent after that foul.
Vial, not enough on it, looking for Jackson Conway. Orange County, Olaski. He was looking for Kubo Torres, sent away by Noah Cobb. Orange County once again with possession. Villanueva all the way back to Rakowski. And Orozco down on the turf, looking for a call that he wasn't going to get. Now he's finally back up and running. Great way to close ground there for Atlanta United 2 to get the ball away from Kubo Torres. Olaski now. Quick passes by Orange County up into the air, center circle. 3 players there for Atlanta United 2.
Orji took the initiative to win it.
Highmar looking toward the top of the box, sends it back to Fortune. Firmino. Give to Johnny Fortune, gets it past Richards. Over to the left and Highmar. Highmar over Conway at the top of the 6. Mertz just outside the box, and it's launched. Off an Orange County player, sticks with Atlanta United 2.
It's a shot from Mertz, a good one too, that's on frame. Blocked it around the penalty spot.
Going to Fortune, tried to flick it forward up into the air. Orji wins it, finds Highmar. Firmino and Highmar. Firmino, can he keep it in? No. Great idea by Nicholas Firmino, but he just couldn't keep it in over on the touchline.
Stars on the other half of the field, but on that side, on that touchline. Firmino thought he had kept it in and walked the tightrope. AR disagreed.
Gorski up and over both Mertz and Olaski. McFadden charges through. Conway settles. Back and forth with Highmar. Good work by Firmino. Give it to Jackson Conway. Highmar toward the top of the arc. Carrasco is there. He cuts it off for Orange County. And in return, Mertz cuts it off again. And he'll regain possession for the twos. David Mejia took a peek. Gorski was there. Pass intended for Conway. Villanueva is there to keep it from being a deep throw for Atlanta United 2. Gets around Mejia and past Vial. Charging up through the middle is McCabe looking for Okoli. Orji. Well done by Orji to get it away from Okoli, and it's going to be a foul on Okoli.
That's outstanding from Nelson Orji. Better and better every time we see the young Nigerian center back. Got the position on Okoli, earns the foul. Goes in strong, doesn't get there, but look at the recovery. Okoli tries to swap shirts with him before the match is over. Nelson Orji has been brilliant tonight.
Late 73rd minute. No goals on the board for either side. Atlanta United 2 and Orange County SC. Vicente Reyes was looking for Highmar, and it ends up going out, and it'll be a throw for Orange County. Richards. Cobb is there. Gets away from Kubo Torres. Gorski. Richards and Mertz go up. Atlanta United 2 with possession. Gorski with a handful of shirt. Now shorts of Jackson Conway. No call.
Got it. Got the call.
Quickly done. Aiden McFadden. Vial lets it go to Mejia. Kubo closing on McFadden. The Johnny Fortune back to Robbie Mertz. Orji. Okoli in hot pursuit. Jackson Conway slips, has to get up quickly to try to gain possession. Foul on Conway on Gorski.
He just lost his footing. And he has to try to win it from the ground. Commits the foul on Gorski.
Skendi. Fortune disrupted his initial idea. Goes back to Rakowski. Looking for Kubo Torres. Kubo comes down with it. Olaski now. Give to Peterson. Villanueva moves it to his right foot. Tries to go top of the area. Robbie Mertz is there. Almost in self-defense, but it ends up with Gorski. No whistle there. Play on Okoli up and over. Wide, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, Mertz lost his footing and slid into the back of the Orange County player. I think Mertz is the one who's going to come out of this more in trouble.
It's Olaski, yeah.
He tries to step to block the pass and just loses his footing completely. Ended up with a good opportunity for Orange County. Mertz slid on the side of that foot. Looks to be okay. Didn't roll over. That was my initial concern. You can see the mark on the turf there as he slid.
And Robbie Mertz getting up, and remember that this is the beginning of the transition from ryegrass to Bermuda here at the surface at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. So with all of the sand that has been put in, that's why you see the ball acting the way it does tonight. Should be better by the match in the midweek when Rio Grande Valley comes to town. But yeah, you're seeing a lot of slipping and sliding by players, and the ball acting the way it is.
As it's getting later, we're seeing more of the slipping. The sun goes down, you get a little bit of maybe dew, just enough on top to make it even more slick.
Peterson back to Orozco. Into center circle. Olaski now. Give to Gorski. Gorski with a lot of room to run. Highmar tried to close on Richards. Gets around Mertz. Chipped in. Confident with Cindy Reyes.
Nice by Reyes. Great turn by Richards. After being shut down initially, turns and creates a good opportunity to get a dangerous ball in.
Mertz working with Firmino. Back to Nelson Orji. Back to Reyes here early in the 78th. 12 minutes plus any added time. McFadden up the right channel looking for Vial to track it down. Skindy looks like he'll get there first. And he will watch it go underneath his feet. And it'll be a goal kick for Orange County.
Vial tried to find the angle to get around Albie Skindy. Could not beat the former Yeovil Town center back.
Gorski took a look over his right shoulder as Highmar was closing the distance, headed it to Richards. Elaski to Kubo Torres. Noah Cobb is there for Atlanta United too. Switches it into his left. Elaski tries to cut it to his left. Looking for a call, didn't get it. Still going as a Coley. Atlanta United 2 there to defend and clear. Firmino now.
Elaski was definitely looking for the call. We'll get a replay of it here in a minute.
And here comes the speed in transition for Atlanta United 2. Vial to Jackson Conway. Tried to get it to Firmino. Gorski was there instead, and it's going to be a throw.
Yellow card for dissent to Peterson. Elaski.
Nope. I don't think so.
That's a close one. That's a really close one. It's a judgment call. He's looking for it. There's not much contact in it. He's definitely looking, and I think in the eyes of Alyssa Nichols, he's looking too hard for the penalty as opposed to playing the ball. Went down rather easily. Highmar's off. Luke Brennan on. Very hard-working member of the Atlanta United Academy. Brennan can get forward, but he's played some as an outside back. We're going to see Darwin Mateus. Tricky young Venezuelan up top.
He'll come in for Johnny Fortune. Seth Kasipley coming in for Orange County with 10 to go.
And two more attack-minded subs for Jack Collison. Really going for this one. Kasipley, the San Diego native. Third year with Orange County. Spent a couple of years with Reno.
Corradi Oceandina now in as well for Orange County. And Alyssa Nichols.
I think it was a yellow to someone on the bench.
Yeah.
Believe it might have been one of the players substituted. I can't tell exactly from where we're at. Peterson got a yellow for dissent before the subs started coming. I think that yellow was to Elaski, as we saw just walking up the tunnel.
Yep.
He was the last guy on that side of the bench where the yellow was shown.
Oceandina will find it in the corner. Nelson Orji tried to go for the slide. And you're going to get a foul there by Luke Brennan. And a yellow for Brennan in his first action. So it'll be a set piece for Orange County. And the speed by Corradi Oceandina. creates this chance for Orange County late with under 10 to go.
He gets in behind, and Brennan doesn't win the challenge. Has to either get the ball or get the man. He can't let Oceandina get into the 18 from there. But the cutback right there, and just make sure that he gets the contact from Brennan, who swipes at him. Correct call and a dangerous set piece here for Orange County. Great work from the substitute, Oceandina.
Oceandina really got some recent good news, getting a name to the U.S. U19 men's national team, competing in friendlies coming up here in short order. Peterson, Vial and Mateus are there. Toward the top of the sixth, up and over everybody. Oceandina blocked, knocked out. Villanueva wide with the left.
Mertz with the block in front of Reyes. I think Reyes had it covered in anyway. Set pieces have been an issue for Atlanta United too, but they deal with that one very well.
Mertz. Kubo Torres forces a pass to Noah Cobb. McFadden cuts away from Coley. Back to Reyes once again. Looking for Nelson Orji, too much on it, too far away. It's going to be a throw for Orange County. Heading toward the 84th minute. Goalless, as the defending champs have made their way from Irvine, California, to take on Atlanta United 2 for the first time ever in both of these clubs' histories. Long throw anticipated from Richards. Toward the top of the sixth, headed down, knocked up into the air and away. David Mejia trying to chase it down, but here comes Orange County once again, and Peterson goes wide easily for a goal kick once again for the Twos.
Looking for his second goal of the season. Daniel Peterson just unable to connect with that one cleanly. You can see the frustration on his face.
Luke Brennan, his first touch. Orji up and over Jonathan Vial. Skindy found Darwin Mateus. Headed away by Richards.
It's a great header from Richards because Mateus nearly picked out the run down the left.
Kubo Torres once again. Firmino closing ground. Wants to cut it back to his left. Centrally, Oceandina deflected, defended. Brennan up into the air and away.
Blocked by McFadden. Another big defensive play from Aiden McFadden.
Kasipley gives to Tommy McCabe. Villanueva swept in, headed down, not out. Finally outside the 18. Here's Robbie Mertz.
Firmino with a big win at the top of the 18. Noah Cobb won the header, but it was still dangerous for Orange County.
So McFadden will throw late in the 85th. Directing a little traffic. Running start up the channel. Jonathan Vial. Vial tried to find Brennan. Defended by Orange County. Oceandina.
Telegraphed it a little bit too much there, Jonathan Vial.
Richards. Goes back to Skindy. On the return as Brennan retreated. Up and over. Nelson Orji is there. Bump in the back by a Coley. Hung on to by Reyes.
One of the best defensive performances we've seen from Atlanta United too this year. Not just because they've got the clean sheet so far, something they haven't been able to do, but it's been good defending across the board. Orji and Cobb have been great in the middle. McFadden has made a number of big plays. Highmar mostly getting forward, but you're also seeing Mertz and Firmino. Saw Lamb earlier making big plays.
Peterson up and over. Chance was there for Orange County off the turnover by Atlanta United 2 with less than 4 to go.
All the good defending in the world can become undone with a turnover in the middle third. Atlanta had numbers forward, couldn't give it away when they did. Recovered well. It's hard work, hard running to get back and try to limit the options for Peterson, who puts it into the stands.
Robbie Mertz. Foul in the back.
That's smart from Robbie Mertz. Knows he's in trouble. Has the confidence to handle the situation, but also knows that Kasipli's charging in. He's going to be able to find some contact there to get out of it.
Robbie Mertz able to charge a good 30 or 40 yards to give to Firmino right at center line. McFadden. Brennan and Vial are there. Fair catch by Rakowski. Had it tracked all the way. Outlet with the left to Richards. Early in the 88th, Kubo Torres took a look, finds Oceandina. Noah Cobb, well done there. And it's going to be a goal kick. Touched Oceandina last. Well done by Noah Cobb.
Yeah, maybe not by the book there from Noah Cobb. As we get another look at it. Has the angle, has the space. Had to launch himself at it and kind of hook it back with his right leg. Creative from Noah Cobb in that moment. Knew he didn't have the pace to run step for step with Oceandina, but found a way out of trouble. Brilliant from Noah Cobb.
Too high for both Mejia and Mateus, so as we're now with 2 minutes plus to go, it comes back to Orange County. Nice idea there from Kubo Torres looking for a Coley, but Orji is there. Bumped off his feet, was looking for a call, now he gets it.
Yeah, Orji looking a little too hard the first time around. Second time he gets the call. Richard Chaplow has seen that call made in his way a few times tonight. Didn't seem to have an issue with it at that point. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app.
Kasipli gave to McCabe. Villanueva. Okoli back to McCabe. Kasipli again. Over to the right, Richards. Brennan kept the traffic from going inside the box. Headed, just missed and wide.
Similar to what we saw at the end of the first half, Orange County getting all of the opportunities now. That's a good look from Peterson. He's had a few of those, this time with his head. Atlanta United 2 has made attack-minded substitutions. They're really going for something out of this game, but it's going to leave them a little more exposed.
Vial went up for the ball, down for a little bit. Mertz went up for the second chance. He got knocked down. They're both back up.
Yeah, I don't think Vial was able to go up for that because I think Conway actually took him out. Jackson Conway went up strong to try to win it. Vial had to get out of the way of the train.
4 minutes added here as both teams are looking for a goal. Mateus gets through the initial challenge, but not the second. As Skendi was there in that big 6'5" frame against Darwin Mateus.
Yeah, nice tackle from Skendi.
Oceandina. Back to Richards. Skendi. Kasipli was looking for Oceandina. Orji sends it up to about the third floor. Vial and Villanueva. I'm going to call a foul on Jonathan Vial.
A lot of hand fighting both ways. Vial put his hands up trying to say that he didn't do anything. Usually the player that does that is the one who did something. Might have had a hand of the shirt of Villanueva. Not a whole lot in it, but enough for the call.
Peterson thought about an early start. Pulls it back. Sends it in, headed down. Handball call by Orange County. Obviously not getting it. Headed away by Jackson Conway, but it'll be a throw for Orange County as we come up with about 2.5 to go. It's a Villanueva.
It scooted up about 10 yards. Now they're going to take the long throw,
which translates into Brent Richards.
Yeah, this isn't really time wasting because they're just getting Richards over to take the long throw. They've done this all night. Atlanta United 2 has another one to deal with. A little bit of deception. They go short.
Peterson toward the top of the 6, looking for Kubo Torres. Up into the air. Villanueva gets there first.
McFadden helped out Nelson Orji, who got knocked down in the initial sequence.
Luke Brennan tried to have Atlanta United 2 go the other way. Well done once again, Nelson Orji. Brennan down the right, up and over Peterson, but he gets there before Vial does. It's going to be a late corner for Atlanta United 2.
What a ball from Luke Brennan. Brennan hasn't been on the field for all that long. He just cuts to his right foot and places it over the back line for Vial. Peterson doesn't have a choice. He has to get something to it.
Mejia working quickly. Deflected as he tried to send it with the left. Conway wanted to take a swing at it, but Orange County is going to chase. Brennan will get there first. Keeps it away from Oceandina. Mateus down the middle. Vial, flag is up.
Oh, so close. Vial tried to ride the line and stay onside. Great look to pick him out, but no hesitation from the AR on putting the flag up in the air.
Rakowski. Long down the left. Here's your look.
Yeah, we really can't tell from that angle. You could see the members of the back line just a little out of sorts for Orange County as they tried to step out.
Under 30 seconds, Brent Richards, once again, lining up. He's got a little more room to launch a long throw. Top of the 6, Conway heads it away. Kasipley, Vial there to defend. McCabe, Mertz away. Villanueva tries to keep Mateus from advancing it, and that'll do it. Great defensive effort from Atlanta United 2 as they come back home. And a goalless draw against the defending champs. And Jackson Conway feels a hard work 90 minutes.
Showed a lot of character at Atlanta United 2. Orange County did as well. It was a well-played match. For a scoreless draw, there was a lot in it. It was physical at times. It never crossed the line to get cheap or anything like that. Both teams went at each other very strong. It was a tough game to referee, I think, for Alyssa Nichols and her crew. They were fine. Both teams put up a good performance. Neither one could get the advantage.
Both teams leave Kennesaw with a point. When we come back, we'll put a bow on it. Orange County SC and Atlanta United 2, a goalless draw. Stick and stay. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. We'll be back to conclude when we come back.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
You wouldn't put your team on the same field as the pros. So why would you take them to the same doctor? From growth plates to emotional needs, teens are different than adult athletes. Take them where they're treated that way.
BB&T and SunTrust are now Truist, together for better.
Piedmont believes in the people powering Georgia. It's why we're leading real change in healthcare. To give you a better, seamless, more unified experience. So you can simply access and manage your care all in one place. With tools that make it easy to find and book a doctor from almost anywhere, anytime. And even check in before you walk in. Let's keep powering Georgia's growth. Piedmont. Real change lives here.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Goalless draw, Atlanta United 2 and the defending champs in Orange County SC. Now let's take a look at the man of the match, Noah Cobb, brought to us by our friends at Piedmont Orthopedics.
5 defensive actions for Noah Cobb, 78% passing, good on the long passes. Thought he really handled the pressure from an experienced front line with Kubo Torres and Milan Iloski. Handled them very well. Good partnership with Nelson Orji tonight. But Noah Cobb, man of the match performance in the clean sheet.
All right, let's take a look at the next 5s for both of these clubs. And there's action in the midweek, starting with the visitors. So Orange County comes from Irvine, California to play here in Kennesaw. They have to go back home to Irvine, California. Then they go to Laney to take on the Oakland Roots in the midweek. Then they're at least back home to take on New Mexico United in a Big Western Conference till next weekend. Then their next 3 after that. On the road to Vegas. On the road to Lynn Family Stadium to take on Lou City in a tough one. Then they come back to take on Loudoun United in another East-West crossover on the 25th. For the home side in Atlanta United 2, we will be back here in the midweek as Rio Grande Valley visits Kennesaw on the 1st. Then they are at Memphis 901 in a very tough test with the team at the top of the ladder in the East. Loudoun United, Hartford Athletic, 2 games back here in Kennesaw. Then Atlanta United 2 goes to Oakland to take on the Roots on June 25th. And Jason, you look at those next 5. 3 of them are at home. You can get some points here.
Yeah, you need to pick up some points at home. This is a good performance that doesn't get the result that Jack Collison wanted out of it tonight. They've got 3 games at home out of the next 5. You need to pick up some wins there.
All right, let's take a look at the stats after 90 minutes. Here's what we see. 13 shots to 6 for Orange County, but what else do you know?
Yeah, a lot of those shots came at the end of the match, and a lot of them ended up in the stands. Only the 1 on target. XG 1.16 to Orange County, 0.28 to Atlanta. Atlanta in the second half had a lot more defending to do. Only 3 shots in the second half. Neither team had a shot on target in the second 45.
That is the month of May for Atlanta United 2. It is a goalless draw against the defending champs. Great effort from the Twos. Great defensive effort here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. We will be back in the midweek, as we mentioned, as RGV comes to Fifth Third for some midweek action at the Fraction. Thanks to everybody here, the production crew at Kennesaw State. And for Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. Points shared, Atlanta United 2 and Orange County SC. This has been the USL Championship on ESPN+. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.